Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I post fragrance related content and would very much appreciate you joining the family by subscribing. To those who are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. This is going to be part 2 of your layering combinations. As I said, I'm going to be doing the layering combinations like this, going forward, where you give me layering combination suggestions and then we test them together and then I tell you my thoughts. Now, who's the first one, Mima? I have Mima by the side because she helps me read, the comments, and then I just react to the layering combinations.
The first one is from Jill Leverack PX8XC.
Okay.
They suggested the Tubby collection, Cotton Candy, and
right.
Rave Now Women.
Okay, so the first suggestion is to combine these two, Rave Now Women and Cotton Candy from Grandeur. My layering tactic is going to be to spray them on top of each other. I'm going to do 3 sprays each so that we just balance it, because this is just your suggestions to me. If you want me to do more in future videos, you can tell me to say, like, say 5 of these and 3 of this. So I'm just presuming this is the layering combination you are after. Okay, so what we are going to be doing, just like we did with the other video, is we're going to be skipping through some of the smelling process because that can take some time. Okay, now what I'm getting here is an overpowering feel of rave. Now, I can almost say the Cotton Candy is drowning, right, when it comes to this combination. So it feels as though it's a combination that you may want to try if you want to build onto the longevity of your fragrance, starting to change the direction of the fragrance, because this is not even, well, there is a little bit of the Cotton Candy trying to come out, but it's not enough for me to say it's tweaking this one significantly. What I am mostly getting is the Rave Now with just a touch of added sweetness. And this is already a sweet fragrance. So basically what I'm saying is I am getting a combination that just works, like mac and cheese, if you will. The way it just fuses together. It keeps with the theme of this being feminine and pretty and girly and sweet and stuff. Does not interfere much. It just anchors what you already have in both fragrances, but mostly with this one coming up.
Is I Am a Busy Bee 123. They suggested Burial Oud Amethyst.
Okay.
Layered with Club de Nuit Intense.
That's a heavyweight combination. Okay, so Burial Oud Amethyst, right, from the house of Latafa, 123, layered with Club de Nuit Intense. I never thought of that, but yeah, just the look of the two, I think is gonna work. Okay, right. I hope this is going to make me want to use my Burial Oud Amethyst, because this is one that I let sit for a while. I thought this one is going to speak more, but it's that amethyst thing that is actually making more of a presence in this combo, guys. I am getting that latexy thing is still rising to the surface, where or I always call it that purple feel. The combo is now slowly leaning towards something that's in the same vein as even Portrait of a Lady. Like a subtle Portrait of a Lady, because Portrait of a Lady in itself is a heavyweight overdose rose fragrance. It's very refined. I am getting something that I get in Portrait of a Lady in these two, and it's quite enjoyable. It's going to be very unique, especially if you haven't smelled that Portrait of a Lady. I am actually surprised. This is a fragrance combo that changes the direction of both. Initially, I was getting the, like that rubbery latexy thing that you get in Amethyst the more, but it has kind of like died down and given way to this, and the two of them are not distinctly feeling like one would say you're smelling of that or that. It's now created a new fragrance altogether, and the best example I can give you of what I'm getting here is something I get in Portrait of a Lady. So nice combination, guys. Club de Nuit Intense versus Latafa's Burial Oud Amethyst, and the Club de Nuit Intense woman is from the house of Amath. What's the next combo?
This one's from Romantic One. The Romantic is an H.
Okay.
I love layering rubber. It's such a beautiful smoky vanilla. I will have to try with camera. So they haven't this
Oh, they love rugby and layering it in general, but they would love to try. Okay, let me try it for you and see what I get. Okay, let's start with camera, because camera is the louder one here. Okay, I did 4, so I'm gonna have to do 4 again on this. Sometimes, you know, you just...
You say I didn't do 4.
I did 4 by mistake. Okay, so this is camera, the original camera together with rugby. Okay. Kind of feels as though it's sobering, this one. All right, now if you know camera, the original one, you will know that it's quite spicy. They're very spicy, actually, not quite, very spicy, prominent in that, those warm rich spices. The cinnamon, the dates are quite prominent as well. You're gonna get an apple pie feel, but in this case, that spicy thing is toned, as though this one has put like a good weight of itself in this, not changing the direction of the fragrance per se, but kind of making it more tolerable to the nose, especially if you don't like the spicy direction that this one has. So nice one as well. I like this one. I like the combination.
I have a suggestion of my own. Try Rave Now Women in Atlantis. Thank me later now.
Rave Now, which Atlantis? The
blue one, yeah.
This one and oh, so you've been playing around with these combinations, guys. If you've been seeing the videos I've been doing, these combinations, we did line them up about last week. We're supposed to do this video sometime last week,
but I got my suggestion. This wasn't from anyone.
No, I know it's your suggestion, but I'm saying, did you try playing around with these combinations?
Those two, yeah.
Okay, so Mima says Rave Now, the pink one, is back again, but this time she wants it with Atlantis. Okay, and this is the Atlantis. There's a coral, and then this one's just Atlantis. If that confuses you, just remember the blue Atlantis. All right, so let's see what this one gives us.
It brings out more of the Rave Now.
Yeah.
The Atlantis is laid back, but it's also, it actually comes in the front a bit when it wants to, but it gives the Rave Now like the limelight.
Yeah, and I think the musky weight in this is also giving this one a more strength, because, you know, musk can be used to build a fragrance and to give it more depth, to tie the notes. It actually feels and smells quite solid, very solid than it otherwise does, you know, like on its own.
It's changed to something that's a bit not exactly the same as the two fragrances, but something that is a bit different
and more concentrated. Okay, so yeah, if you have these two, guys, try them, especially for a depth, because I'm getting a fragrance with more weight than, you know, either using them separately. So that's a nice one, my Mima's. Okay, so this is Mima's suggestion, Atlantis, the blue one, as well as Rave Now. So next
up is from Charlotte Millam, 2733. They suggested Paris Corner Orange Neroli plus Kisser Delicious.
All right.
Paris Corner Orange Neroli plus
Kisser. Okay, so this is the suggestion. I'm actually happy. You know, these layering combinations are actually making me pull out some fragrances that I let sit there. This is one fragrance I love a lot, but I think it's been discontinued or something. I could be wrong, but it's not easy to find anymore, so I just went easy on it. This is the Kisser Delicious, and thank you for suggesting this, you know, especially when it comes to Kisser Delicious, because this is one fragrance that's really not doing much to me, even up to now. Oh, this, to me, I'm getting more of the orange and neroli. That's what I'm getting more of. The Kisser to me is completely gone.
Like
it's gone.
Using it without actually using it.
Yeah, it's gone. But then, having said that, guys, remember this one has been in my collection for more than 2 years, so it's not surprising that this one has completely bullied the Kisser. The Kisser has nothing on orange and neroli in terms of maceration. This one has been in my collection for 2 years. This one, on the contrary, has been in my collection for 6 months. So at the moment, I'm just getting a juice that this one is gone. Truly speaking, I can hardly smell the Kisser Delicious, but I can smell the orange and neroli in its prominence. Next.
The next one is Sophia Mallow, 4462. They suggested Camera with Nebraska.
Camera, not the cow.
Yeah, just the Camera, the original Camera with Nebraska.
All right, so these are our next two, right? Camera and Nebraska. I think we may have tried something like this last time, because I do remember Camera and Nebraska together And if my memory serves me well, I think this actually created, I don't like this atomizer. And Lattafa have done something about their atomizers, guys. Check out the new fragrances. You will love the atomizer. The brass one is way, way better than the camera one. It's just all over the place like a mist. Okay, this combination is not more about the cacao. The cacao is there. You can smell wafts of it, but it doesn't give you like that distinct brass thing where it sometimes can interpret as very chocolatey there. And I know that it's a hit or miss for some. Some people don't get the chocolate. I get all chocolate in this and nothing else. To an extent that sometimes I just wish the citruses were doing more. But in this case, it makes it gives it pages, right? As opposed to it being a linear cacao forward scent, it's emerging with a prominent fruitiness, if you will. And I'm going to give credit to this. The woody feel is there, the spicy feel is there, the cinnamon is not buried in here, but it just becomes a roundup of a warm, rich fragrance, if you will, with a wafts of cacao, not so much of the camera, but wafts of this. But then this Nibra is presenting as more berry forward. Yeah, berry forward, that's what I can say. It's not really a combo that I would run to, because at the moment it's just playing it safe, if you know what I mean. It's playing it safe, but they anchor each other. So yeah, that's another one, Camera and Nobras. You could try that, guys. These layering combinations will help you to utilize some of the fragrances that may be in your collection that you're simply tired of and you just want to revamp your fragrance, your fragrances, if you will.
Next one is from, I'm just going to spell this. I can't pronounce this. CHTOYANT. They said, I like to layer Aster of Atlantis with Amali perfume oil.
Oh, Atlantis is back. And this time with Amali. But what I'm going to do, guys, is we are going to put the Amali oil and we're going to make sure that the Amali is just maybe 1 or 2 drops. Okay, the Amali, let's make sure it's just 1 or 2 drops. And what I want to do with this one is I'm gonna leave it and go to the next one while it dries a little. Okay, why? Because I don't like the oil and perfume ratios, because in most cases they don't do justice. Okay, I sprayed the side initially, so I've done the 3 days. So we're gonna leave this one to do its thing so that I don't waste your time. But yeah, I am pretty much getting it's almost like an instancy thing, but I'm gonna put it to the side. We go to the next one and then we'll come back to this one. So I hope I didn't lose you there, guys, simply because it's an oil versus a perfume, so I want them to fuse together.
This one's from Paradise Blue. NI8 here.
I know her, she's very supportive. Hi, Paradise Blue.
They suggested Lattafa's Eclair and Camera.
Oh, okay. I was about to take the Lattafa Tendiak. Or Eclair and Camera, not the Kawa. Okay, the original. 1, 2, 3. I know it's gonna work, but I'm afraid maybe the Eclair might do too much here, because my Eclair is getting better and better by the day. Look at that atomizer. 1, 2, 3. It's just gonna I don't know. Anyway, Camera versus Eclair, and this is a Paradise Blues suggestion. Oh, okay. So what happened to you then? She's gone. She's there, but no, you won't get any clear finish in this. So this to me is creating a completely new fragrance altogether. It's gonna appeal to somebody who just is maybe tired of both and wants something new. But the funny thing is, the booziness of this is what's kind of taking over, with more of the apple, coming to the surface there, where funny enough, I'm getting a more pronounced apple in this than I do get, wearing it on its own. Like that apple pie feel is more pronounced. The caramel fudge toffee thing in here is almost gone. But it could be one of those that after it really sits, then you get wafts of both. But this to me is creating a new fragrance, but a fragrance is gonna remind you more of the Camera than it does of the Eclair, if I'm making any sense. Interesting. It's again another combo that I wouldn't really say I'd rush for unless I'm tired of this because I enjoy this one on its own, but it's kind of being killed by this one. So whether it's the oil proportions or whatever, but the gourmand nature is there, but it's kind of subtle. It's not presenting as outright eclair. So it is a combination that maybe if you have a problem with eclair, you want to mix. But if you enjoy eclair on its own, you might find your eclair not doing much in this combination. So I think we have pretty much given this one time. You did see this. Maima made sure to give you a close-up of it, so that when I bring it back, you will know I'm talking about what we did previously discuss. All right, so this is giving me incense. All right, this is kind of creating like an incense tone style of a fragrance. Aromatic, woodsy, incensey. Okay, it is giving me like a pronounced Indian incense thingy. There is actually incense sticks that I actually bought that did smell exactly like this. It's just I can't remember the name, but it did have this. Okay, it's gonna be floral to an extent, but very with a smoky undertone to it. I love what it's done. I love what it's created. It has created a completely new fragrance altogether, where this is fused so much with this, making it like a sweet incensey feel of a fragrance. I love the combination. Actually, this is something that I'm going to put to the side and experiment with myself, because it has created a very nice fragrance, to my nose, but it gives me Indian vibes, if you will, exotic vibes, very exotic. All right, so what's the next one?
Next one is from Victoria Ario, 1441. There are 4. River Cut plus Kissa Pink, Camera plus River Cut, Kahir Pistachio plus Rave Now, Black Bottle, Camera plus Teriyaki. So you choose.
All right, so let's do this one. I think this is the one we put out. The Rave Now, the Black Bottle, and Kahir. I think it's supposed to be K. Like the hair, because I don't think that it's supposed to be hair. But when you say it just feels wrong. Oh, well, I say it feels.
But we say camera, we don't say kahamra. So I think it's just K.
It's not even supposed to be camera. I think it's hamra or something. I don't know. This is Arabic. It's not English. And guys, pardon me. I don't speak Arabic. I wish I did. But I just found myself loving Middle Eastern fragrances, and I just do the best I can in terms of pronouns. So don't be offended if I say some of the words. I will pronounce words the way I would pronounce them in English. So if I am saying kamra and it's actually khamra, it's because I'm trying not to push it. I'd rather sound lame, but making something sound English, than try to encroach into a language that I wouldn't even be able to shape with my tongue, if you know what I mean.
This is the pronunciation.
Okay, so you heard it from Maima there. Ker. All right, so pistachio, as well as Rave Now. Okay. This is weird. My pineapple is gone. It's there, but it's not like your, canned pineapple, like what you would get, in its, the way, if you were to spray it on its own, you get like a canned feel of a pineapple, like a distinct, realistic pineapple, as though you're slicing into that pineapple. That's gone. And then the pistachio in here is not as green anymore. It's just feeling like a fruit mix. I don't know what to think of it, actually. No pun intended, but this is like my least favorite. It's maybe it's because these two are distinct in what they are, this one not so much distinctly pistachio. It's got a lot going on, the ice cream, it's got the sugar note and all the yummy stuff, the cream on its own, and whipped cream and stuff. But it does give you a pistachio, where you can actually feel the pistachio, and it's gone at this point in time. And then this one distinctly gives me pineapple, and that I'm not getting as well. I am getting like a safe fruit feel of a fragrance, like a fruity feel of a fragrance, without it aligning with any note, or without it pulling any notes. So this unfortunately is my least favorite, but you can try it, guys. Or perhaps if you don't like the distinctness of the pistachio in here, or the fruitiness in here, and the sweetness, and you don't like the distinctness of the pineapple, you just want a safe fruity scent, then this is probably going to work for you. But for me, it's actually creating a different fruit altogether, like a melon. That's what I'm getting, mostly like a melon, like that huge melon. That's what it's interpreting to.
Next one is Nebraska plus Kawa plus Iman.
Oh, so they chose 3. So we've got Kawa, we've got Iman, and then we've got Nebraska. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm gonna do the Kawa first, right? My Kawa came with a loose cap, 1, 2, 3. So I just slid it out, and then we do the floral because this is prominently floral. So we put this one in the mid, 1, 2, 3. I hate that atomizer as well. It's just a, you know, and then we do the Nebraska. The Nebraska one was not bad, the atomizer. And then we give them a shake, all right, and see how it goes. But, okay, she's powerful. She's affirming herself almost immediately. I can smell her. And we put her in the mid, by the way, so that's quite something to be able to rise, you know, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, to be able to rise. Let me just take off this cap before this thing slide off me. All right, to be able to rise amidst these 2 powerful fragrances is amazing. So Iman is speaking, but I like this combination. It's safe. It's not aligning with either, but you can feel the warmth and the spiciness of these 2 combining together. What I'm left with here is a cinnamon spicy feel of a fragrance, and it's building onto the coffee note. You can almost get a distinct coffee. I think it's the combination of that cacao picking on the coffee. The coffee is something that I can get, and that is something that is in the Kawa, and then with a faint floralness. So this is beautiful. This is nice. If you have these 3, try them and then let me know in the comment section what you get. But I like what is, you know, it has created here. A completely new scent altogether. But this one is coming out. I know it's prominently floral, but I think the blueberry or blackberry that is in here is also managing to come to the surface, because there is like a fruitiness that I get with this mix. So I love the 3. It gives me coffee, it gives me warm spices, woody, and then a bit of a fruity and a floral mix. So yeah, it's a winner for Kamra, Kawa, Nebraska, and Iman. What's the last one? We're going to do one last one and then we call it quits.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a long video, but it was well worth it. We will bring another part, like part 3, possibly next month, of the layering combinations. Drop them in the comment section. We're going to be grouping them together. And instead of me giving you my suggestion, I'm going to be reacting to your suggestions. And this was a tag originally created by the Introverted Natural. So it's still something I'm going to give credit to her for suggesting this, and it was received pretty well. So thank you so much to the Introverted Natural for giving me the suggestion. Chronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And also remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.